Hi everybody, this is Michael James from webhostingcat.com. If you're concerned about the security of your WordPress website, in this video I'm going to show you the best ways you can protect and secure your WordPress sites. To start off with, let me ask you to please click that subscribe button so you can keep up to date with the videos we post here, and if you enjoyed this video, give us a thumbs up if you'd be so kind. My first recommendation for WordPress security is always back up your website. Or as one web hosting customer support supervisor put it to me, back up, and back up your website again. It's true, the best security for your website is to make sure you have a backup copy just in case something happens to your live production site. Fortunately, in the case of WordPress, there are plenty of ways for you to back up your websites. First off, I definitely recommend that you get a WordPress host that includes both daily and on-demand backups of your website. All of the premium managed WordPress hosting providers will include automatic backups, and even some shared web hosting services also include this feature at no extra charge. The key to remember is that you should not rely solely on your web hosting company for backing up your websites. Always make sure you perform your own data backup as well, just to cover yourself. There are plenty of plugins and services you can use to perform your data backups. Just do a search in the WordPress.org repository and you'll find a lot of backup plugins such as these. Be aware that some plugins may require you to purchase an additional service for complete backup maintenance. And if you want to save money, you can actually do your own manual data backups of your WordPress site. It's easier than you might think. Just remember to make a backup copy of both your website files and your WordPress database. For example, if you have a cPanel hosting plan, you can use the File Manager or FTP to copy your WordPress website files. Then use the phpMyAdmin tool to back up your database. Now that we've got our WordPress sites backed up, let's go over some additional security steps you should take. Let's start with SSL. With an SSL certificate, your site can utilize the HTTPS protocol for better security. HTTPS has definitely become the standard for running your websites. Even Google considers it extremely important. The good news is that these days, just about all web hosts include free SSL with your account. In fact, most hosting providers include auto SSL installation and renewals, so you don't need to worry about setting up or renewing your SSL certificate. If you're looking for the easiest way to include SSL with your WordPress website, I would recommend using a managed WordPress host. In my experience, I've had the most problem-free experiences with SSL certificates when using managed WordPress hosting. That's not to say that there aren't other less expensive hosting options with free SSL, which there are. However, your SSL auto-renewal process may be less efficient depending on the host you choose. I'll go ahead and include a list in the video description of web hosting providers I use that offer really good free SSL. Now let's move on to your web and database servers. While nobody can 100% guarantee that your website is going to be bulletproof or hack-proof, one of the features you want to look for when choosing your WordPress hosting is proactive monitoring and scanning of your servers to protect against malicious attacks. Preferably, you also want to look for other proactive security features. Shared web hosting plans remain the most popular and affordable for WordPress site owners. In the past, shared hosting often got a bad reputation as sometimes someone else's website could cause problems for your websites, both from a security and resource standpoint. Fortunately, these days that's no longer the case. Today, most web hosting companies do a really good job of insulating your hosting account and files from others that may be utilizing the same shared web server. However, there are some web hosts that do a better job with their hosting account isolation. Next, let's look at working within WordPress itself. Most people are aware of the importance of usernames and passwords, but it warrants repeating here. Always create your own admin username. Don't use the default admin. When it comes to passwords, you can let WordPress generate them for you, but while these generated passwords are the most secure type, they aren't the kind that you can memorize. I prefer to use longer phrases with numbers and special characters mixed in. They're usually secure enough and you'll be able to remember these. One more tip concerning your WordPress admin accounts. It's always a good idea to do as little as you can using the all-powerful admin account. That is, because your admin account has full access to all of your website, you don't want your admin username floating all around where it can be discovered by hackers. So for example, use a different account with only editor access for creating blog posts and pages. And finally, if you have an ultra mission critical website that warrants extra security, I would recommend looking for an outside security service. For example, a company like Sucuri can provide a premium layer of website security that includes monitoring, protection, hack removal, and load balancing for your WordPress websites.